From the first day arriving at this portfolio, I've made it clear that those kinds of allegations against police, male police officers especially, who have, especially when they're senior, um, the standard is much higher standard is required of them, and that they will be treated with the no tolerance approach. I've had this conversation already with the commissioner, and wherever these allegations will arise, especially as it relates to subordinate female officers, they will be dealt with very, very seriously. What the Sexual Offences Act says is that a woman, a young woman especially, cannot be said, or any woman, to have consented to a sexual relationship if it's in a position of power. If the person who has the relationship, well, alleged relationship, they call it a relationship, but they're saying that the consent element does not exist if you are in a position of power. That power dynamic removes the element of consent where sex is concerned. Similarly, with having sexual intercourse, or what people may call a relationship, an inappropriate relationship with a minor, because of her young and tender age, the element of consent does not arise. So a person that age cannot consent to a relationship with an adult female. Same way with the power dynamic, that it is not, the Sexual Offences Act is very clear about that.
What is the latest update given to you by the police in relation to the allegations of the sexual allegations and offenses taking place within the police training college?
Those officers are currently being disciplined. Their matters before the OPR, and they've been removed immediately immediately as the reports came to our attention. It was dealt with.
And finally, from me, the latest allegations speaks to a deputy commissioner of police. The images of that police officer in a compromising position, or several compromising positions, with a female under his command. Um, is he going to be allowed to continue? Well, we're trying to get some clarity on that.
Leroy, you know that if I had known this thing matters come to my attention is now being raised. I have not been made aware of any images. I have not seen those images. I'm not aware of the deputy commissioner which you allude to. And if it is that these allegations are true, they know that there's an absolute no tolerance approach where it comes to those kinds of things. It's criminal behavior. The Sexual Offences Act considers it criminal behavior if a person in authority and power engages in a sexual relationship with a subordinate officer. So yes.
Thank you very much, Minister.
Minister, Sergeant Assurance, I have one capital news. What sort of assurances, can you give to young women who may want to join our discipline services? And this is not the first time we're hearing of allegations of sexual misconduct, of persons using their offices to take advantage of recruits. What assurances can you give?
Well, I have seen and met many young female police officers and older police officers who are having a fulfilling and thriving career and time in the Guyana Police Force. What young women, as you say, if that is a concern that they have, that they should know that the powers that be will deal very, very strongly with these kinds of matters if it is that they feel that they're in a position where they're being victimized sexually, that they should just be able to report it, and the mechanisms are in place to make sure that these older officers are dealt with in the strictest manner. It's a no tolerance approach to those kinds of things. But that being said, these instances I would like to believe are not the norm, and they are not but when they do arise, as they do, we will deal with it very strongly. But it should not prevent our female officers from coming up. It's just about speaking up, knowing what your rights are, knowing that we have an administration that will stand up for the rights of our young women. Absolutely, in no uncertain terms, if these reports do arise.